Hi guys, what's up? Today we're going to be Plasti-Dipping the windshield wipers because they're starting to not be black or even gray anymore, and we're going to turn them back to black so we don't have that ugly contrast. Stay tuned. To remove them, all you got to do is pull down and slide up. And we have one off. Now we need to remove the other. So just like the other side, I'm gonna flip it up, pull down, and slide up. And there we go. And here you all can see more that they're starting to have rust form around the tip area, and going all the way down, it's starting to get off colored. And we're gonna make this black using Plasti-Dip. First, and probably most importantly, what we're gonna do is we're gonna protect the surfaces that we do not want to get Plasti-Dip on. Because it is an air resin, it has chances to spread to other areas. And we're also gonna wipe down everything and clean it up real quick, so that way there's no sediment or anything getting on, preventing the plasti to adhese. So, let's wipe all of this down and get it covered up. Alright, to answer some basic questions about Plasti-Dip, because I know not everybody knows anything about it. It is a air resin rubber compound that you can spray, and it forms a rubber adhesive. It's super easy to use. With a few experience, I mean, your first time's probably not going to be as good as your later attempts, but it's not that hard to learn. We're using the matte black because we want a nice black finish on our windshield wipers. We don't want a gloss or anything. We just want it to be black and nothing but black, and we don't want it to fade. The reason we're using Plasti instead of painting it is because paint will fade in the sun, where Plasti won't. And if it ever gets chipped or rips or starts to tear away, it's easy to peel off and it doesn't damage your paint or anything. So you can just peel it off, respray it, and this is a cheap fix. And not only is it cheap, but it also looks good. So let's get started plastiing our windshield wipers. So we're going to take our garbage bag here and we're going to cut it right down the seam. But it looks like I forgot a knife and some scissors, so we're going to have to improvise. We're going to use some hedge clippers and cut it in half. That didn't work. So let's just use some gains and rip it apart. You're going to want to do this for both sides so you can cover the most area. The first thing I like to do when prepping for Plasti-Dipping is using 3M masking tape, just general masking tape you can use for painting or anything. You should use it when you clean headlights too, to protect the other areas. I like to make a nice base on the glass, so that way no Plasti-Dip will get on the glass and you form a nice seal around where you are going to be spraying to prevent any overspray. Now for the rest of the back window, because we're starting here in the back first, we're going to use a garbage bag. We're going to cut it up and then cover the glass so no overspray will get on it. And now let's cover the back windshield so we can get the full coverage so we can start Plasti-Dipping. Alright, now let's grab our second bag and do the bottom half so we can get started. Now that we've got the whole back window sealed off, we need to cover the rest of the trunk because there is a slight breeze here, and I sadly do not have a painting studio or any controlled environment like that. So we're going to seal off everything to just eliminate the potential for contamination and to protect the paint. I mean, even if you get Plasti on your paint, it's okay because it normally washes off pretty easily and it still won't hurt your paint. So, just to be safe though, we're going to get a third garbage bag and we're going to continue sealing up the back window. Now that we are completely sealed off from all overspray, it's time to get down to it and break out the Plasti-Dip. Once again, before we spray, we gotta shake it for another minute to get everything moving again. So, time to shake. When you apply Plasti-Dip, you want your first coat to be very light and just give it a nice base coat to start the adhesion process. You want it to get nice and sticky and let the bond truly form before you want to really get it on there. But already, this thing is completely black. So we're probably only going to do one more medium coat and then move on to the front. Alright, let's go ahead and check our coating and see if we're ready for a respray. Alright, it looks like we are, and we're all nice and dry, no tackiness. It's nice and smooth. Looking really good. Alright, now time for the heavier coat.
Impossible to obtain in a monaural recording.
Alright guys, and just like that, we are done. It is nice, black, and everything is coated. Nice and even. It's not bumpy, it's nice and smooth. A nice matte finish. So time to take all of our garbage bags and move them to the front so we can do the front.
Stereophonic sound for the home is recorded on two separate tracks, each one giving special emphasis to certain sections of the orchestra, as heard from those positions. Now, when played back simultaneously on two separate systems, the sounds are blended together to achieve a new dimension in sound impossible to obtain in a monaural recording.
Now that we've gotten the second coat on the fronts, let's go ahead and look at how they turned out. Nice and smooth, no clumps, no runs. No obvious gray spots. So I think that about does it. I think it's time to put the wipers back on. And there we go. There's the completed look. It's a nice matte black. Makes the car look new. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I'll see you next time.